dolls, welcome back to DivaDollFlawless. In today's video, I am going to share with you all how you can create your own nail vinyls, and this will be beneficial to pretty much anyone. If you're a nail enthusiast, you can use this technique. If you are a nail tech, this is a way to have some supplies on hand and not necessarily have to pay so much per sheet. And you can kind of create these and have them exclusive to your salon for your clients. And then if you are a individual who likes to create press-on nail sets and sell them, then you can go ahead and have some designs that you can sell exclusively on your press-on nails. Now, I did use some vinyl and my Cricut Maker. Whether or not you feel it's worth the investment, I'm not sure. I'm just here to just show you guys what I figured out, and you know, you could take it from there. So this is the design that I created on this particular nail using this vinyl design that I created. And if you'll take note, you'll see that the design on the nail is not lumpy at all. The nail is actually very smooth, okay? And I'll talk you through that as well. And then here are the vinyls that I created on my sheet. Now, moving over into design space, what you're going to need to do is upload your images, and then you need to resize them. The resizing is the most important part. 0.4 and 0.5 are the two sizes that I used, and if your design has a lot of detail, those are the sizes that I highly recommend. You could move down to 0.3 if it's just like a basic silhouette, and that will work really fine, and it'll be a very tiny decal. Once you've got your sizing done, then next step you're going to need to do is to group your images and attach them so that the same way you designed them on your Cricut Design Space mat is the same way that they'll cut out on the vinyl. Group and attach, and then save your image, and then it'll be time to cut. I used outdoor vinyl, so you select your machine. I use one of my Cricut Makers and then the outdoor vinyl. You don't have to worry about mirroring your image due to the simple fact that this is just going to be picked up off of the vinyl and placed onto the nail. It's not HTV or a heat transfer vinyl, so you do not need to mirror the image. And then it was time for it to cut out. Once the vinyls are cut out, they're going to be on a really big sheet, and then you need to just cut around your vinyls and cut it down to size. And you're also going to need to weed it. So what I mean by that is take your Cricut weeding tool, and it's going to be on this sheet after you cut it down to size, but you're going to need to pull it away like this, okay? And then you're going to be left over with the images that were actually cut. Now, in order to move it from the actual transfer, from the card that the vinyl is on, to be able to use it on your nail, you're going to need to use a transfer tape of some sort. All I simply do is just go to Walmart. I have a huge roll of clear contact paper, and I cut it down. So I just take my sheet, put it on like this, so that I can determine how much of the vinyl how much of the contact paper needs to be cut off. I cut it off, and then I take that sheet and lay it down on top of here, sticky side down, because what you're going to need is for it to do this, okay? Now, in order for those images to adhere to that, you're going to need a scraper, okay? So you're just going to continue to do this action to really get those images to adhere to the transfer tape, or you could always use your thumb as well if you do not have this tool. And then after that, all you're simply going to do is just cut whichever image it is that you're going to use, size it to your nail, and place it onto the nail. Now, as far as some tips in order to have success with this, with your vinyls, you do want to make sure that you coat them twice so that they do not wear off or get snagged or anything, and that it's also really smooth, okay? Now, what I did was I put the gel polish down, and this is the gel polish that I use. This is Flossin number 35 from my line. I put down 2 coats of that. I cured them in my lamp, and then I took the nail vinyl and I placed it on the nail. Once you're done putting the vinyl on the nail, you do want to, or I chose to, encapsulate it. If you're not going to encapsulate it at this point, then I highly recommend that you encapsulate the nail at least with 2 coats of gel polish, or encapsulate it in acrylic if you're going to do this. I opted to go in with 1 coat of my DDF Nails Matte UV LED No Wipe Top Gel, and that was just to, one, protect the vinyl because I was going to do some stamping on it, but 2, I didn't feel like buffing a shiny layer off of a shiny top coat, so I chose the matte. And obviously if you put shiny back on top, you don't have to worry about it because the nail is going to be shiny. This in matte is awesome as well. I probably should have just went in with another top coat of another layer of the matte. So after I did all of that, it was time to do some stamping now that the vinyl was protected. The stamping polishes that I used are from Bundle Monster. They are liquid gold, bam white, and straight up black, and you can purchase them off of their website. I believe Bundle Monster recently changed their name, so you would have to look that up. But if you type in Bundle Monster, it'll still come up on the website. This is the stamping plate that I used for the little flags, and the name of the plate is right here, L022, and I purchased this from bornpretty.com probably like a year or 2 years ago, not sure. And then I used another nail plate from Born Pretty as well, and this one is BPL020, and this is the image that I used right there. And you guys are going to have to ignore my own nails because they need to be redone. So after I did that, I felt like the stamped image needed to be bumped up just a little bit, and I do this a lot with stamped images. I use my DDF Nails UV Art Gels in Golden Glow, Whiteout, and Ink. I did use my fine liner detailer brush from alphabrush.com. This is the liner, but they have a detail brush, and I really like it. And that's what I use to go over the stamp design with my DDF Nails Art Gels. And I love doing that. I really just think that it helps bump up the stamp images and really helps you to get into adding some detailing. So I love how this turned out. I really do. I love how this, and this color is definitely not showing up. It's more of like a hot peach, I guess I could say. It's not a hot pink, and it's not really hot orange either. It's a in-between shade, but these shades are hard to pick up on camera. So a couple tips. Definitely please utilize the sizing that I gave you. Between 004 and 05, this should be great for using them as accent nails. If you want to do 0.3, that's fine as well, but it's going to be really teeny tiny, so that'll be great if you want to maybe do some all over hearts or stars or circles. And even, oh my goodness, you guys, you know what, I'm gonna have to do some with sprinkles. If you were to do like an ice cream nail and do some colorful sprinkles with vinyls, that would be awesome. That would be great. But yes, so I hope that this helps. I hope it gives you some ideas. If you are a nail tech, you guys know I do a little bit of everything, and I'm going to continue to show a little bit of everything on my channel. When it comes to the vinyl, the biggest tip I can give you is to use permanent vinyl. It could be Cricut vinyl, it could be Oracal, it could be Sizer, it could be whatever vinyl it is that you can find in store to try out. It's just going on the nails, so it's fine. If you do not use permanent vinyl and you're going to use removable vinyl, I don't recommend using it with nail polish because it will lift. For whatever reason, I feel like the nail polish just doesn't really encapsulate it, and I tried a bunch of different top coats when I was using it. So permanent vinyl, I feel, adheres best, except if you're going to encapsulate it in gel, hard gel, builder gels, acrylic, you can use either one and it'll be fine. Just make sure that you really press it onto the nail and encapsulate it before doing any other nail art, because another thing you don't want to do is be putting alcohol or acetone on the nail and getting those products up under the vinyl. Encapsulate that vinyl design and then do anything else on top of that encapsulated layer. And as you can see, my nail is not super thick or anything, and this is all gel polish. This is at least maybe 5 coats of gel polish between the 2 colored coats and then the top coats. So yeah, you'll be good to go. If you know how to file and buff correctly, you're fine. And this isn't a lumpy design or anything like that. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe if you have not. Share the video, and I will see you all in the next one. As always, and until next time, thank you so much for watching. Have a gorgeous day, doll. Smooches. Mwah. Bye.